All right, here we are again, another Friday, Friday the 13th. So let's see how that goes. Nice to see your comment, Jeanette. Happy to have you back when you can. Doris, great to see you all the way from Germany. This is great. Thanks for showing up. Angelica, thanks for showing up too. And for everyone who's watching, some of you sign in and make comments, and some of you don't. I know there are other people who watch this program regularly. So when I go into my stats, I can see that roughly 50% of the people who are, who aren't subscribed are also watching in. So that's fine. If you haven't subscribed and you like what you're seeing, or you think there's someone else you think might be interested in seeing or watching these programs, please pass the link on. I appreciate that if you do, because a larger audience, well, it keeps me going. And, I know that in time, that does, I have no idea. It's good advertising for me. And as a result of these live streams, I've sold several paintings, and so I wanted some of you who show up here bought some of my paintings, and I really appreciate that support. Thank you. I ship my work anywhere in the world, and I'm really happy to make those sales. It encourages me and it makes me want to keep painting and doing this. So anyhow, uh, today's subject is kind of an obvious one, I would say. A lot of artists talk about rhythm, and rhythm. When you think about it in music, of course, is an important component. It's a very important component because it sort of keeps us going through, from beginning to middle to end, and sometimes that rhythm changes, and that makes the whole piece of music interesting. It keeps us involved. And the same thing happens with painting. So, we can create a rhythm, any kind of rhythm we want. That can be a very calm rhythm, or it can be something very static and very exciting, and that can change as well, just as it does with music. And I don't know how it is for you folks who are watching, but I usually like to have music going in the background. I can't do that when I'm doing these live streams because what happens is, especially with YouTube, it cuts out any sound when I broadcast these things because there's an algorithm, I guess, in the background that picks up music that's popular, and unless I've licensed that and gone through that whole process, it doesn't work. So it's very quiet. I'm in this kind of echoey room. It's not a very big room. So, you're just hearing me. If you like to listen to music while I'm painting, you're welcome to put music on in the background. That might be more interesting. But when I'm painting, I do like to have music going, and often music that's related to the subject that I'm painting. So if it's something, very calm, then I'll put some classical music on, maybe in the background. But if something, it needs a lot of energy and a lot of enthusiasm, I'll put something on that's more energetic. So, maybe pop music or something like that. Petra, nice to see you all the way from northern Germany. Lots of folks from Europe tuning into this. I know I'm seeing more numbers coming from the United States and Canada as well, so that's nice. But I've really got a core following coming or visiting from Europe, and especially Austria and Germany. So, and a lot of that has to do with Stefan, I'm sure. So thank you for showing up. Uh, okay, so rhythm. There are a lot of different ways to look at how this works. So when you're painting and your brush is moving and there's a rhythm going, and maybe even in the background with the music, but a rhythm in the way that you paint. Um, some people are very, very precise in the way they paint. And they're sort of filling in areas, and they're being careful with edges, and they'll gently soften things out. And that's a kind of rhythm. It's as much a meditation as it is a rhythm. And then there are other artists who are really sort of flamboyant, and they really move when they're painting. Their whole body's moving. They get back from their work and they go in with big brushes, and then they kind of slash at the canvas as if they're in the middle of a sword fight. So uh, some of that comes to personality, but actually a lot of that comes to the subject that you're working on. What I'm going to be painting, or I'm going to try to paint today, is a cafe scene from Cafe Sparrow in Vienna. And you can't see the reference, and because I interpret the reference anyhow. Maybe I should be showing a reference later with the painting that I do, so you can see my interpretation. But uh, it's a calm scene in a way, but there's a pattern or a rhythm that happens on the wall behind this person who is sitting in front of a laptop computer. And I don't know how much of it's going to make any sense. I'm hoping that you'll see what I'm trying to do as I go. I want to describe what I see before I even start the painting, and I'll do that in front of you and explain how I see the rhythm working in this painting. And then let's see if I can follow that successfully. Every time I do these things, it's kind of like an exercise. I'm trying to learn myself, and I'm trying to utilize tools that I've learned over the years or I've seen other people use to help me with my work. And I'm hoping by doing this, it gets passed on to other people who are interested as well. Couple of things. My phone may kick out. It has pretty much every single time I've done this. So please be patient. If suddenly you lose the sound, you lose the image, I'll come back to you. If I can, I'll come back to you. If I'm gone for like 10 minutes, it's done. I'm finished. It's over. So, but if I'm hoping I can get back to you like within a minute or 2 minutes max. It just does that. I still haven't sorted that out. So my apologies. Maybe when that happens, it's time to go, grab a beer or make a tea or whatever it is you need to do. So, I have a question here from Jake. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever swallowed an entire sweet potato whole without using any butter or sour cream? Wow, that's a stunning question. No, I guess that's a simple answer, but it's an interesting one to try. I do like my food. Thanks, Jake, for that complex question. And okay, I'm going to get on with this. I'm happy to take questions, even weird questions, if that's weird. Um, you ever get freaky with an eggplant? Oh boy! All right. Well, Jake, I'm not. I'm not going to start onto that path. But anyhow, again, happy to have any questions. All right. So let's talk about rhythm, and I'm going to show you. What I'll do is pull this over to the screen. Okay, Jake. I think we're not wanting to we're not wanting to get these kind of comments from you. So if you don't mind, Jake, I would appreciate if you just kind of check out here. All right. Maybe I don't know how to get rid of you, Jake. So um, I don't know how to do this. Jake, you're being a jerk. Okay. Well, Jake, you can have some fun while you want. I'm going to get to work here. Obviously, there are some people out here, and I don't know how to deal with this. So you can take your play wherever you want. Okay. I'm going to get on with this broadcast. Okay, rhythm. I would appreciate it. If anyone knows how to get rid of this character, I'd appreciate the note on that. And maybe you can just ignore him. That would be good too. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is show you what I have in mind when I'm looking at this image. And the rhythm in this thing goes from for the way I'm seeing this image in front of me, I've got these lines or this pattern that happen from the top sort of left corner here, and they follow down this way. This rhythm follows this way. And then there's a counter rhythm that comes up this way. And on either side of that, I've got these sort of quieter areas right here that kind of frame or sandwich what's going on in the middle here. So when I'm looking at this, this is the kind of thing that I see as far as the rhythm is concerned. All right. Okay, this is getting rude. Jake, you know what you're doing? You're interfering with the enjoyment of a lot of people here, and it's actually putting me off. I don't know who you are, but obviously you're taking some pleasure in interrupting something that we take seriously and the audience here take seriously. Yes, you are bothering us. I would really appreciate it if you check out, or if you want to watch, you're welcome to do that. I'm not into any freaky shit. So, again, we would really appreciate. This is what I do for a living. So, I would really appreciate it. That's all I can do is ask you because I don't know actually how to get rid of you right now. So, please have some respect, hopefully. Okay. Folks, you know what? I'm not going to carry on today because I need to figure out how to deal with this sort of situation. I'm very sorry. We will reschedule something and I will look up Jake and find out who this individual is, if I can, and how to deal with this situation when it happens. Okay? So I'm going to end this now. I'm very sorry. It's Friday the 13th. Maybe this is what happens on Friday the 13th. I hope the rest of you who are watching in can take it, with a sense of humor and know that there's some real idiots out there. I'm going to end the broadcast. Have a great weekend. My apologies. I don't know how to deal with this. Have a good weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.